not excited about anything anymore. And I know that I need to just get excited about something to get my self-confidence back, really. Like, I know that when you've got self-doubt, which is what's happened over the last, because of the self-doubt, my life is stagnant until I pull myself out of it. And that means realizing my worth again. And it's very difficult to do that when you can't trust your intuition. And I want to know that, I guess, everything that I experienced was real. Having this time camping by myself, just me and nature, it's been really good because there's been no outside influence, no third-party perspective, apart from the collective consciousness, the space we share with others. And when you're out like camping, the only other people that are around are generally other people that sort of resonate with the lifestyle that I resonate with, and therefore there's less resistance to what I see when I'm back in the city. Like when I'm back in the city, I've got a lot of resistance. I don't like the conversations, I don't like my job, I don't like being told, telling myself when I have to sleep because I've got to get up and work, that I've got to stop having a conversation with someone because I've got to go to work. I don't like that. I don't think, I'm not here for that. I'm done with that. I think once you see yourself as a slave, you can't unsee it. And that's why it's very difficult for me to try and resonate with any job out there to get myself out of the system, because I'm in the system. I don't want to be in the system. I see the system. And I can't see a personal way out of the system. I see that there's infinite ways out. I just need to find my way out. I guess I am motivated to share what other people are doing to get out of the system. But thinking about interviewing them, I would rather chat to them and the chat to be recorded rather than having everything like everybody else way of doing things. I just want the natural unfolding of things. I don't like things to be so hard anymore. Done with hard. Done with stress. Done with resistance. I really need to get myself out of debt. Get on the road. And enjoy the rest of my life. Live in peace. And joy. And I know for that to happen, I actually need to be in that vibration. And I'm, on the one hand, pretty grateful that what happened last year taught me so much more about how the universe works and issues with myself. Like, if I had stayed in full confidence with myself, I'm pretty sure that that would have been a little bump in the road. But instead, I reached out to anyone who doubted me, and I believed them. Well, not believe them, but I used their force to me back to a reality where I can start again. Unfortunately, I also used it to break apart my own self-confidence, because it was about breaking the ego again, you know. It was about putting a fire on another ego that I had and starting again. But I really miss the girl that was so lighthearted, that had solutions for everybody to raise the vibration. Like, I can't step back into that world right now because I'm not there. I know that there is a process to get there. That process is what I'm learning by being where I'm at. You know, I get to use all the tools that I've learned again, find out what works. But right now I'm not even in that mode. I'm in the mode of being just me and nature. I do not like to be in crowds. I do not like to be around anybody. I don't want other perspectives right now. I want me and nature, me and source, me and the truth. Just when we are being with nature and nothing else, that truth, without interference from other people. And that's only my interpretation, that other people are interfering instead of helping. But that's the space that I'm in right now. So right now I get my peace when it's just me by myself. But not really by myself, because we are connected to everything. But just experiencing that from a space of I don't know and no, I don't care, but just show me, like, as in I'm just experiencing. I'm not got any expectations of any kind of experience. I'm just allowing the universe to show me what it wants to show me as moment to moment I'm living it. And I don't want to be anywhere else right now. Like, work is really somewhere I do not want to be right now. I've got to listen. I've got to stop listening to other people who keep on telling me what the right thing is just because they've decided to do that. Like, no one has lived no one has lived my life. Their experience is completely valid, but no one has lived what I've been through. You can't, you know, possibly understand why I need to make the choices that I do. I've seen too much now, and I've gone too far. And going back to the normal model life is not an option anymore. There's no way. I can't step into that. It just doesn't fit. And while I'm swimming in it at the moment, it's really uncomfortable. It's like, all it does is prove to me that this is where I was before. I had more direct experience on the way that I viewed reality and the way that I felt and what I could do to help others than where I am now. It had more meaning. You know, this feeling is more closer to apathy than, you know, like not caring. But I do, thank goodness I still do. I still have compassion. But it's less of a, like, now I have less compassion for the meaningless stuff that people go through, because I am perceiving it as meaningless compared to other horrors that are going on in the world. But at the same time, I am aware that the other version of me would have had compassion still for their journey, realizing that we're all got our own challenges and adversities. But now, because I'm not giving myself compassion, I guess, for where I'm at, so I'm not, maybe I'm deliberately trying not to be in victim mode or something. It means that I have less compassion with the people that I normally have compassion for, which is, I'm just observing, really. I'm not really, it's not like you can force yourself to feel. This is just how it is at this time. I think having this debt, being, you know, constantly in minus in my bank account, I do think that the camping is actually not just for my own benefit fun, you know, not just fun, but really the step forward in my life, because it's starting to pull in things that I actually want to add to my life. Because a big problem with my life is that, you know, living as a slave and not doing anything, you know, not feeling like I had control over my life, you know, that I'm broke every payday and I have to travel 2 hours for work, and it's not even a job that resonates with my soul, and it's not even getting me closer to, you know, like I'm not even paying off my debt, because the minimum payment is less than the interest repayments, so I'm not getting anywhere. So my job isn't getting me anywhere, it's just not doing anything except keeping me stuck in this never-ending circle, and I need to break free. And I can't see any jobs that I resonate with because my mindset's changed. I'm looking forward to this coffee. So, yeah, when I've been out Mount Franklin area, I haven't been thinking really about anything. I've just been me and universe. Not thinking anything crazy, not thinking anything normal, not thinking anything standard, nothing. Just experiencing living in the moment. And from that, I have had little synchronicities versus the big synchronicities that I was having when I was going through my experiences. But with no expectations, but being observant and being aware and being, you know, being the observer of my experience. It's really been therapeutic. And I was reading my blog posts today, and I was like, wow, really thinking differently now. Like, I really was thinking differently. When I was writing those blog posts, I really was in a really great place and had a lot of good advice, but I really can't connect to who I was when I wrote those blog posts because I'm not there now. So that just shows me that it only reaches people who are on the same page, which means it's not really helping anyone because they're already there. So more is needed from this. You need, like, once you're in a good space, trying to share with others how you got there well, you're already there, so you're not resonating anymore. You're in a different vibration, you're in a different dimension, to parallel reality, mindset, whatever. You're on a different path. And those who are on the bridge where I am now, when I get out of it, it's usually so seamless that I don't even know what happened. So how do I share that with others? The closest I can share with others. And the thing is, I'm not there in this space right now, so I'm not even sure if knowing it actually helps. But it's when you become the observer, when you realize you are the observer, and that the observer is connected to everything, and that we are all this interpretation from the one source. But even when I'm not in a believer of that, which is, kind of in the space where I'm at now, where prove it. Whereas when you're in it, you don't need proof, you're just in it. You don't need proof, you're just experiencing it, you know it. It's a knowing. But now that I'm in this space, I would need proof. But when I get in a good mood, a better mood than this, it's when I accept every experience as being valid. So my own as well, knowing that all these different interpretations and all these different perspectives that I have, that whole thing is valid, that there's not just one right way, one truth, one knowing, one way to be, get set in your ways, yada yada yada. And when I accept that all of my experiences and interpretations of experiences are valid and true in their own way, and that they're all beneficial in some way, that's when everything feels good again. But when I doubt the negative experiences as being beneficial and turn into a woe is me victim mode, that brings my vibrations down, that brings my mindset into experiencing more negative mindset, which makes me see more darkness, which makes me attract more of what I don't want into my being, and makes it very difficult to lift myself out of it. Okay. Right now I'm a little bit of a zombie, a little bit more apathetic than I'd like to be, a little less joyful. I would like to be, not complaining about my life, and knowing that when I do complain about it, I'm just continually to create that for my life, because that is the vibration that I'm in, that this complaining vibration. And then when you're in that space, you basically, your subconscious mind or whatever is focusing on looking for proof, for ways to prove that your thoughts are validated. So you complain, and then you look for more things to validate your complaints. You're basically staying in a low vibe. And I know the opposite of that is just really wanting to give that complaint a voice, and at the same time then go, okay, there you go, had your little rant, have you? And then push off from there, go up an increment, go up another increment, use that increment to go up another increment. Sort of like not living so delusional that you realize, oh well, I'm just going to live in la la fantasy land, but validating what you're not happy with, and then taking little incremental steps to move towards something better. And when you do that, it's like just like the opposite is true. Either way is true. You know, whatever you focus on, if you're making incremental moves towards positive or negative, the next increment is usually what you focus on. I just don't know how to stay there. You know, I know that I expect too much. I know that I expect to stay in the positive vibes. Like, I'm not even at the halfway mark at the moment. I'm less than the halfway mark, if you're calling it that. Anyway, that's enough.